30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower cleared.
We got a roll program.
Neil Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program, which puts Apollo 11 on a proper heading.
Hey guys and gals, Malkuth 1974 back at you with another episode of our Apollo series. Today we're going to be covering the Apollo mission. I hope you enjoyed that little intro there with the Apollo mission control counting down and Apollo 11 taking off. We're obviously going to the moon. I'm going to change some things up a little bit. How are we going to do our... If you look at the moon's behind us. So I'm not doing my basic fly straight to the moon. I'm going to actually orbit Kerbin first, and then I'm going to inject myself into a lunar orbit. If you take a look at my mission screen, you'll see that a lot of the stuff is already green. That's because I've been spending some time before this mission getting money and making money for I can get the higher tech levels. So I finally got about $3.4 million, and it allowed me to upgrade my Apollo 11 to the Apollo D, which I'm calling the Apollo D, which is going to allow me to have the 3mm parts, so now everything looks kind of more authentic, I would say. Another thing that we're going to do in this mission is we're not going to separate the lander and everything. We're just going to go straight to the moon with everything like we're showing right here, and we're going to start doing our lunar injection like this. Sorry we're skipping around a little bit, but we don't want a 40-minute video, so we're just kind of cutting in and out. If we notice another thing about this mission, it's requiring us to actually go to midland craters. So we need to actually land in a specific biome in this mission and do what we need to do to actually get things done. So I'm going to have to spend some time looking for the biome. I'm not going to show you guys how I looked at it. I just looked at the map, a biome map, and found out where the best place where we want to land in sunlight, we don't want to land in darkness and all that stuff. So right now I'm doing the actual separation of the pod and the command module. And if you notice, I actually have a periapse height of -760. So that's because I still want to get rid of our injection stage and let it actually just get destroyed on the moon. So once I get all this done and we get the lander all set, we should be all set to decide where we're going to land. Midland craters, there's tons of them. It just matters what stage of the moon we're in, what stage the sun's in, where we're going to land. And they're really small, so this is if you play this mission, it might get frustrating to find them, but they're just basically the little craters in the midlands. So don't land in the big craters or anything like that. And I'll show you which one I choose specifically when we get there. I'm just gonna knock this out of the way. As we all know, Apollo missions. We have Neil Armstrong. Apollo 11 was the first manned mission to land on the moon. The first steps by humans on another planetary body were taken by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on July 20th, 1969. The astronauts also returned to Earth the first samples from another planetary body. Apollo 11 achieved its primary mission to perform a manned lunar landing and return the mission safely to Earth and paved the way for Apollo landing missions to follow. So that's just the basic summary of all of this. I actually had some difficulty getting this set up at first. I'm not quite sure what I was doing, but it was a little bit weird. Hope you guys like the audio in the beginning. We're going to have some more audio clips for important missions of this of what's going on in this Apollo. All of these audio clips are free from nasa.gov. They have a huge audio selection of files that you can download and enjoy yourself if you wish. So right now I am just transferring everybody. Obviously we got Jebediah and our scientist Bob. And don't forget, these missions are also post commentary, and I'm also sped up everything to pretty insane amounts to get the actual mission to try to drop below 22 minutes where we're not killing everybody. I'm just turning on my engines right now. Now, if you look at this big crater, this is one of the huge craters, and I am going to land beyond it. So the midland craters, you can see them. There's about 4 of them in this area, and you can see where I'm kind of aiming at. They're the smaller craters. They're like, there's one big crater, and there's 2 smaller craters. Those are midland craters, so that's what I'm actually aiming for. Trying to get those down in there. You can actually see the one I'm landing for. This is a extremely kind of precision landing, and I wasn't even sure if this was even going to count as a midland crater. So this whole way I have no idea if it's going to work or not. I just went off a map, and I was hoping for the best. And I'm actually trying to land in a flat spot, but we're going to notice some interesting developments in this mission that probably it never actually happened on Apollo 11. But it's just one of those things that it happens. This Kerbal Space Program, I literally was on fumes when I landed this thing, just because I was too paranoid about how this was all going to turn out, and I just kept those engines firing. I mean, they were low, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, I still have 2 minutes at this setting, and then all of a sudden it was almost, I thought I was going to crash. Oh, well, actually, let's just keep watching this, and we'll see. I'm actually trying to get in between the middle and the end. You can actually see the little dark spot. I'm kind of aiming for those dark spots. I'm hoping that is the flattest part of the area that I can land, and I actually did a really good job of deciding that. I don't know, it was just one of those weird, strange situations that happened, and it was great. So I hope you guys are liking this series and everything. I hope you enjoy these missions. We got some more missions to do after this, and we're going to be going back to the audio files of Neil Armstrong and the Eagle has landed.
Altitude, velocity, light. 8.5 down. 220 feet. 15 forward. 11 forward, coming down nicely. 200 feet. 4.5 down. 5.5 down. Within 60 feet. 6.5 down. 5.5 down. 9 forward. Good. Within 20 feet. 100 feet, 3.5 down, 9 forward, 5%. How many bites? 75 feet, guys looking good, down a half. 6 forward. 60 seconds. Lights on. 6. Down 2.5. Forward. Forward. Head. 40 feet down, 2.5. Picking up some dust. 30 feet, 2.5 down. Straight shadow. 4 forward. 4 forward, drift into the right a little. 20, down a half. 30 seconds. Forward, drift. Head. Ready? Contact light. Okay, engine stop. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
Well, obviously that didn't go to plan, but luckily this thing has a huge amount of torque, and in Kerbal style, we're gonna manage to get this baby back up straight as well. It actually is pretty wobbly through the whole mission. It kind of ow, please don't explode. Right. Oh, jeez. Okay. Maybe this will stop me. Okay, stop right here. There we go. Lift it up and landing gear down. Oh, bam, baby. Bam, we did it. So there you go. The Eagle has landed. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin have landed on the moon. In this case, it is actually Jebediah and Bob Kerman, our scientist. He's going to be doing all our scientific stuff and deciding what's going on. Now, as our astronauts prep for their first touchdown on the moon, we can see that the lander isn't quite steady. It's a little wobbly, and I'm trying to steady it a little bit. I'm going to do some stuff here where you can see I'm going to kind of trying to take the tension off the legs and make them straight, and hopefully they don't fall through. But it seems like these little legs are pain in the ass because they just fall straight through the mesh of the moon, which makes it pretty difficult to do anything. So we're going to get the ladder out. The ladder is coming out for Jebediah and step foot on the moon for the first time. He's getting prepped. He's putting his suit on, his EVA suit. He's getting all suited up, ready to go and everything. And then Bob is going to come right out behind him. This is exciting times for us on Kerbin. Everybody's watching on their tubes, on their tubes. And I think he's coming out now. Are we hearing it now? Is he coming out? Okay. All right, that's okay. Okay. All right, he's out. We're going to go right to him right now.
I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
And there you have it. That's awesome. Neil Armstrong putting the flag out there. In our case, in our alternate history, we actually have Jebediah Kerman doing all this. If you guys can read that, that's pretty funny that I'm writing, because Jebediah saved the day again. That's why we brought him on this mission. So now we just have to do some science, have to get Bob out of there. Everything's sped up a little bit because that's pretty much it for all the audio files from our NASA.gov. Free audio files, again, you guys can go check them out. They have, it's insane. And a lot of them aren't even marked what they are doing or they say. Luckily, the Apollo 11 ones are marked and easy to identify because they have links everywhere from them. So I was able to find those very easily, and everything else. These missions are really fun. I don't know why. I mean, to be honest, in this playthrough, I've landed on the moon like 100 times, so it's not like this is the first time they've been on the moon. So, yeah. Right now, we actually have to get ready to intercept the command module. Obviously, we didn't stay as long as Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin stayed, so we actually just have to get the command module set up and into a good intercept orbit. And I gotta kind of look here. Where the hell's my 90 degree on this? I'm kind of crooked, so it's a little difficult. We gotta shut down all the engines because I want this thing to take off straight away without any issues. I really wish I had a keybind for that. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah, baby! So that went off without a hitch. That's working. Cut down the throttle a little bit. We don't need a whole hell of a lot of throttle to get into a lunar orbit. I'm actually going for a 40 to 43 Appalachian on this, or a height. because I believe the command module is at 45. I will check here in a second when we get to that part. There we go. Yeah, so I'm bringing it. Obviously, we had to. We're off by a little bit because we're just under the command module. So I kind of brought it up a little bit, kind of doing some funky dunkies with the with the aiming reticles there, and it doesn't look like I'll be able to get a hit right off the bat. I try to set it up, but I'm gonna have to go for a secondary interception on the back of the moon. So that's what I'm checking out now. If we can get this close, we're setting it up. There we go. We can get it close. If I can get it, I can get it. Can I get it closer than that? I kind of fiddle with it a little bit, see how close I can get. I believe the closest I get eventually is 4.9 kilometers or something, or 4.9 meters. Some strange old thing like that. Yeah, I must have went for that. So there you go. We're just going to set that up. Kind of get it as close as possible. And bam! Look at that. We're going to get a good intercept on him. And here we go. We're going to have to go through the dark side. And there we go. We're going to go retrograde to cut off all our speed to the target. I do have them targeted. Get that down to 0. And then we're going to point at them with a target reticle, which is that one right there. And I'm just going to intercept them. Get it up to about 30. I'm going to do my own little trick here where if I go off course a little bit, I'm going to use my decreasing speed to put me back on course. You'd have to decrease speed anyway, so that's why this actually is not a bad idea. And you can tell I get pretty damn close. There is the command module. We'll get this down to 0. I'm going to switch to the command module where I can line up our docking ports. Switch back to the lunar lander and get us all set up. And we are going to connect. Bam! There we go. Now we need to transfer Jebediah in there. And we need to do an EVA with Bob so we can grab our science and transfer it to the command module. There we go. We'll put it there. And I forgot to put a automated probe on this. I'm checking to see if I remember to do it or not. I didn't. I did not want that to be in lunar orbit, but I guess it can join the other one that we left last episode, and maybe I'll remember to add one of those to the thing. Right now we're going to do a burn. Our burn's going to be a little bit different this time because I am not afraid of fuel issues. So we're going to burn from what I call the front side facing Kerbin, and what that's going to do is it's going to let us burn directly towards, away from Kerbin, which will actually make us burn towards Kerbin. If that makes any sense to you guys, I don't know. Just see how it works right there. That's how that works. I don't have to orbit Kerbin again. I mean, I will be orbiting them, but we're going to be there. So there's the shot. There's the moon. We're leaving. Have a nice day. We enjoyed your company, but now we must go away. And there's our home planet coming back into view. Kerbin with the kerbals. We always like this stuff. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to try to burn off some of my speed. This actually was a little bit dangerous. I don't know why I even bothered this. I figured I'll stop around 51, and I got to flip this up. But then I forgot, wait, do I have this set up right? So I did it manually. I didn't want to obviously lose the actual heat shield. We can tell that if I didn't have that heat shield, that's what would happen to me. Bad stuff. Boom, boom, booms. Boom, booms. So, Jebediah, Bob, Adeline is completely safe right now. Hope I said his right name. I can't see him right now. I got this little tiny screen I'm watching this from. I don't have it blown up right now, because I am in my editor saying all this stuff. But, hey, it all works. Coming down, we're going to get these chutes. I always have issues with these chutes. If you don't do them at the right time, they fail and you have to manually arm them, which I do right there, and bam. You can also tell that my mission's already done. And that is because I was doing a bunch of missions. I always had this mission selected, but I was doing a bunch of missions to make money before I launched Apollo 11. I wanted to upgrade Apollo 11 to have actual 3mm parts, mostly in the fairings and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Apollo 11, Neil Armstrong as Jebediah Kerbal, and everything's good. We'll see you guys next time for our next mission where we need to actually make a rover. So, we'll see you later. This is Malkuth 1974. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Malkuth out!